a star that lights the road. I'll take this ride and just drive. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light. I'll take it to the edge where I lived 1,000 lives. But maybe I could be the one right into the setting sun tonight. Just
Welcome everyone to the Canadian Grand Prix of Ultra on pole. It's good result for him. Now Dr. Adele for second. These are Karen Box Adelaide. Then go first Theo, Tom Leon, Blade Drive Sonic, Rafael Ferrari, Ravo, Sebastian Ocampo, UK Ball, Carlos Eduardo, Dynabot Sarov, Thierry Headley, Livery, Nicholas Palomino, Tucker Van Horn, Spiker CV, Lam Fong, Matthew Hart, Gary Sato, and Ahmed Silla. Here we are for the Grand Prix in Canada. 5 red lights to start the race. It's Ultra on pole position. As we go green, the race has begun, and it's a good start out there for De Vendetto in second place. Can he get off to a good start as we head into the first corner? He's got the lead, Ultra on the inside. De Vendetto has the inside though, turn 2, and that's going to give him the lead of this race. Ultra will want to fight that back, but he can't. Yellow flag stopping that, and that's a car the wrong way round. That is the Mercedes of Carlos Eduardo, who's currently struggling in his position there. But yeah, De Vendetto keeping that lead, perfect for him, as Eduardo comes out of that area, P17. But his car is very damaged, and Ravo's been caught up in all this as well. He's got damage down in last place. And yeah, good start from the McLaren team. 1-3 at the moment. Adelaide wants to minimise the damage after a huge loss in Monaco. So he'll be trying to get ahead of Ultra as soon as humanly possible. Thierry Headley and Daniel Bogasaro both running for the hard times today. First start with Ravo on mediums, but Ravo will be pinning the slap to repair that damage, most likely. Yeah, you can't hold manage to get it. Vendetto got 2 warnings now for track limits as Ocampo pulls over to the inside, trying to fight for Theo. And he's going to allow Blade outside to try and make a move, but he can't get that move done. De Vendetto now leading by a huge margin, as the Hyperdrives will continue to fight once more. UK roll down the inside of his teammate, getting through. Tom Leon now going to go for Adelaide to get up in the podium places. Red Bull on McLaren. Oh my god! What the hell? Canada once again providing chaos. That was a huge accident. Oh. I hope Adelaide's okay after that. Massive crash. I did not expect to see that. Holy Jesus. That there, massive crash. Can't say that anymore. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be hoping that Adelaide's okay after that, because that crash is very serious and could end up taking him out of quite a few races, if I'm gonna be honest. As for Tom Leon, not sure what it's like, but Adelaide got propelled right in the air. I'm just gonna break the 4-4 a little bit here. That's just like what happened in F1 with the movie, which is the crash in Monza, and that very blatantly inspired off Alex Ferrari's in F3 2019 Monza. But yeah, that's pretty much what's just happened there. Anyways, back into character, as Blade back ahead of his teammate Cable, Headley coming down the straight. However, he's been overtaken by Bogasaro to Vendetto, sitting on 1 minute dead, as he's overtaken, but not overtaken, sorry, but he gets a fast lap. But he gets a penalty as well. Blade improving on that fast slap, now up in 7th position in this race. Sebastian Ocampo in 6th position is defending his place as he wants to try and get a Ferrari who's really holding him up. This is helping Sergio try and maintain 3rd position. As Ocampo sends it, he's got the move. Ocampo ahead now of Ferrari. And then Mono into the pits now for soft tyres. He's got any damage that he might have had fixed, and he's on brand tyres. Ravo into the pits, getting out of his hitbox extremely quickly. Looks like he stayed out the whole time, never actually pit. Ultra is in prime position to win this race and take the World Championship lead possibly. Can't remember what the gap was, but it looks like there is a pretty good chance the Championship lead could go his way at the end of the race. And if Adelaide's huge crash, it could expand even more in the coming races. So, yeah, I don't know how Adelaide's going to be after this race. Like, a massive crash like that is just wild. Later Sonic in P5 now, ahead of Ocampo and ahead of Rafael Ferrari. It's been a good race for him, I guess. It's in the middle sector, the Benetton spun round. The leading McLaren, the only McLaren, has had an accident. And Adelaide Benetton reads on the track, but he's been hit, making contact with Theo. This is not good. He can't be going back on the track like that. I'm sure he's going to be out. Look at the steering, it's completely gone. That McLaren can't be rejoining the track like this. He can't turn at all. I think his race is over. The Benedetto will be out of the Canadian Grand Prix. And there it is. Confirmation as Ultra comes in the pits. He's just got a free stop practically. And that's not going to be good for David Saracchiara. Ford should have looked at what happened there and decided straight away to pit him, but they didn't do that. And they've waited a bit too long. Later's moving on to the hard tyres, and he's pretty much got a full free stop there under virtual safety car. Ocampo and Ferrari also benefiting. Later's gained the most out of those three though. Only just though, like by a small margin. You have David Saracchiara being the leader of this race now. Let's just see how things go. He's 2 seconds off of him, and Ultra is currently 11 seconds off of Blade Dragon Sonic. So yeah, he's pretty much got this 2-stop nailed down. He just does not need any errors. But if he makes no errors, he should easily have this race win. David Saracchiara is now starting to struggle as he can see that Ferrari rapidly approaching behind him. DRS active for the Ferrari. And it'll be Ford versus Ferrari down the straight. Saracchiara putting up no fight. And Ultra is straight through into 1st position. And Saracchiara stays out actually. Not going into this like I thought. Theo Headley in P4 at the moment. Right behind Daniel Boxaro's Ferrari moving up there into 5th position. And is in a good place right now to get past Headley on this main straight. He's found the speed. He's found the grip and the momentum. Fighting that Aston Martin and moving up into 4th position. Meanwhile, Blades and Ocampo can't get Headley. CV and Haas both into the pit lane. And Ultra continues to expand his lead up to 4 seconds out from David Saracchiara, who is losing time non-stop. Matthew Hart serving his penalty right now as Headley just caught up on all of this stuff here. Realistically, he should be letting people by, but he doesn't have to. He is not legally entitled to be doing that to drivers. So yeah, Ocampo getting by Headley. Headley's allowed to defend as much as he likes. It's his choice whether he does it or not. As now Blade Sonic in 6th position is finally ahead of Theo Headley, saving for Sebastian Ocampo. As now they need to get ahead of Daniel Boxarov. And Boxarov obviously staying out. His tyres are still alright. Not that good, but they're alright. Ocampo fastest lap of this race, now running in 3rd position. It's a solid race at the moment for him. Later Sonic is still stuck behind Daniel Boxarov and has lost so much time. This is another podium opportunity completely gone away from him. On lap 8 of 17 now, we're almost halfway through this race, and the Hype Drive still can't get ahead of the Mercedes. This time around, on the straight with DRS, gets through, and is now up into 4th position, but has lost way too much time. That's going to cause irreversible damage for the rest of this race. I imagine Zamora picks up a penalty. That is for track limits. He's violated that too many times now. First Theo on board with him, having an incident with Vendetto earlier, which was one of the reasons why the Vendetto had retired from this race. UK will picking up a corner cut warning. That is an absolute final warning. One more corner cut, and that is an instant penalty. That will be a 5-second penalty that will get added on to the driver's next pit stop, or just to the end of the race if they don't make any more stops. Ferrari's just picking up a penalty there for track limits, and Palomino and UK Balls having a little bit of a fight here for 8th position as we head down the main straight. As the Ferraris side by side, Ultra is now lapped. Well, he is now lapped Revo. Was that for a second time, or was that just again for the first time? I'm uncertain about that, but yeah, it's been a pretty awful race for the Ferrari driver. Ultra dominating, and Revo just having one of the worst races he's ever had. As you came on, Palomino once again fighting. Almost a big collision there, as you can see. Palomino with a 5-second penalty in 9th position, unable to get ahead of that hyperdrive, who just has a better car. It's impressive though for the Aston Martin that he's been able to hold on for so long, as David Cerqueira comes down the straight up into 5th position. That Ford now ahead of the Mercedes, as the hard tyres just aren't working for these drivers. As you can clearly see, Ultra now, he's on fresh tyres. David Cerqueira, 5-second time penalty. I didn't actually notice Ultra in the pit, but yeah, he did 3rd after the pit stop, which is wild. Ferrari and Campo, P1 and 2, both have penalties as well. UK Walsh just picked up one as well. All people getting penalties this race. It's just going to really impact them. No! Into the wall! We saw that coming from quite some distance away. It's contact! Out of the chicane, and Blake has rear-ended Ocampo. Luckily, no serious damage. But as we were on board of Ultra through that chicane, you saw just Ocampo not taking the corner, going straight on. And, God, Ocampo got lucky there. Blake now with penalty and damage to his car. Ocampo with the same thing, except he has more damage and he already had a penalty. Now, this will allow Ultra to start to catch Ferrari a lot quicker. That Ford is not going to last long on them softs. He's going to have to come to the pit very soon. Them tyres down 44%. They're not going to last long. Another 5-second penalty for Blake Sonic, bringing them up to 10 seconds now. Boxarov in for his first stop of the day, slowing down there. That was a bit interesting, to be honest, as Ocampo's in for his second stop. But Boxarov out ahead. So he managed to gain quite a bit on that hard tyre start to the race, which to be honest has surprised me quite a bit. Palomino, he's going to be a good reference for drivers on medium tyres. Of course, Boxar needs to try and do 7 laps on his, and as you can see, his tyres are wearing here after 5. But can they go 7 laps? I believe they could. Ultra, of course, leading the way now, and Ferrari's not really able to catch. But Ultra is going to get held up there almost. No! In fact, he's made it through there. Yellow flags in the last sector, no longer there. But that was absolute determination from Ultra Bro to make that move and get up into the leading position of this race. As the car is started on the back of Revo, heading into the chicane. Revo on the back of Silla. These cars just aren't fast enough at the back to have a massive crash like earlier. Headley into the pits for the first time after completing a whole 11 laps on his tyre. He's now moving on to a fresh set of mediums, and that's going to be good enough for the final 6 laps of today's Grand Prix. Now, where will he score in comparison to his teammate? Well, that's what we want to find out. Now, I believe he's going to be ahead of his teammate, considering where Palomino is right now. But yeah, it's very clear that 7 laps on the medium is possible. However, Boxar will be passing by there, knowing that. Knowing that Palomino's pace is absolutely awful right now on that very old medium. But he's also got to think he's got a way better car. Livery and Ultra both picking up penalties as Ferrari's in for the second time today. Moving on to mediums, he's got 5 laps this time. He'll be happy with that, as drivers will start to pass by. Not now. Bogdasarov coming down the straight is going to be definitely ahead of Ferrari, who looks to have P4 in the bag. However, there is still a possibility of a third place result. With Sonic's tyres being so worn out, Ferrari can very easily get within 10 seconds. He already is within 10 seconds, and he's on even better tyres. He's going to be rapid compared to the hyperdrive, and he's going to deny Sonic of a podium for what seems to be the 100th time this season. As coming round that hairpin, David Ricciardo in a very good race right now. Lamb fogged, 5-second penalty for track limits. He's down 13th position as Ultra starts to clear some more lap cars. That looks to be an Aston Martin and a Sauber. And that appears to also be Palomino and a Carisato, as Ultra gets past Ahmed Silla. Opal just been nowhere this race as Ricciardo's in, looking around at his pit crew a little bit there, I think. As they're moving on to mediums, people are they're not very happy with softs as their last tyre in this Grand Prix. Livery coming down this back straight now in P6 in a very solid position as Deep Ricciardo is going to leave the pit lane. Livery will just get ahead, Ocampo will be behind, and Thierry Henley will gain a little bit due to Ocampo getting held up. And with David Ricciardo on fresh tyres, he can easily break through into the top 5, and he's going to be looking down at a top 4 result, as Ferrari now up into 3rd position in this race. With Bogdasarov being quick right now, he needs to get within 5 seconds of Blade Sonic to try and maintain position. David Ricciardo, though, he's going to be the one to try and fight for this podium. He won't be that far from Bogdasarov. You can just see him right up there, as we have 3 more laps to go. Ricciardo's goal here will be to get within 10 seconds of Blade Sonic and take that podium position. With Ultra pretty much destined to win this race, all he's got to do is just manage his tyres to the end. All that Ferrari needs to do here is be careful, because he's just picked up a 5-second time penalty. As we head down the straight, Bogdasarov, he's 12 seconds away now. Ricciardo, it will be desperate to get by Bogdasarov, and if he's too desperate, he might end up getting himself a penalty, which will pretty much ruin his chances of a podium finish in the season. Now, as we can see here, battle for 16th place, Van Horn versus the Carisato. Down the straight, track limit warning for UK ball. That's 3 warnings now for the Briton as we head round the chicane, and that is Van Horn in 16th place. Eduardo in the pits for the 3rd time today now. Van Horn now promoted up into points. It's P15 for him, as Ultra now first on the 16th lap today. UK ball in a solid 10th position as Versio just gets ahead. He's still in the points, and Versio picks himself up a time penalty. That's now 10 seconds as Ricciardo finally overtaking Bogdasarov up into 4th. But let's just see what happens now with David Ricciardo, as he is now within 10 seconds of Blade Sonic and is looking to get within 5 here, which means his position on the podium is pretty much secured. As down the straight, Ultra has only got a few more corners until his last lap in this race. His tyres are very much worn out. UK will picked up a penalty for track limits there. He's now in 9th, back ahead of Versio, who's having issues. His tyres are pretty much giving up on him. Despite getting ahead of the Britain not long ago, he's now back down in 10th position. As now Palomino, 3 warnings for him. Ultra with the 5-second penalty, it's not going to bother him. He is dominated. Yes, there was a hint of luck with the virtual safety car and the massive crash we saw earlier, but nonetheless what we can say is Ultra is worthy of this race win. He's shown he's the quickest, and with this result he should be the championship leader of all the things. He started the season with an underpowered car. He dealt with it. He gave that faster car to his teammate Revo. He did not capitalise off it at all. Ultra gave himself that upgrade. He's been performing well. He's been dominating, if anything. As round the final corner, Ultra wins the Canadian Grand Prix to take the World Championship lead. And it's going to be Ferrari in 2nd place, getting an excellent result. to get a best result of the season as well, might I add. Ford are going to be back on the podium once again, as this Ferrari gets the fastest lap of this race. David Ricciardo right on the back of Blade Round Sonic. He didn't need the penalty to take third, because he just got it on track with an excellent drive to make it the 2-3 for Ford. Blade Round Sonic once again denied of a podium finish. Bogdasarov looking at another incredible result. He gets 5th position, but that is going to be taken away from him. Livery UK Ball will finish this off. First steal all the way down Silla, all lapped. UK Ball's the only last one to finish who isn't lapped. So for your winner today for Ferrari, Rafael Ferrari as well. Oh god, that was confusing. Gets second place, David Ricciardo in third. Meaning Ford scored the most points this race weekend. I'm sure Ford will be happy about that. 2-3 as well. It's great to see both these drivers on the podium. Just can't believe it. They've been performing really well. We're all glad to see them in the sport, to be honest. And they're showing that they were worth the time. They were worth the effort of bringing in, because they're performing, maybe not championship level, but they're certainly providing possibly a top 3 challenge if they are. Well, they're in the top 3 with that incredible result there. So with that, let's listen to the Colombian national anthem. So let's went through the top 3 Ultra wins from Ferrari Ricciardo, Liverpool Campo, Blade Round Sonic, Daniel Bogdasarov, Thierry Hadley, Livery UK Ball, Nicholas Palomino, Spike Seabury, Lamfong, Garcia, Eduardo Van Horn. That rounds off the points. Then we have Matthew Hart, Revo, Amundsen, and Caruso. Toyota Automion, the Max Adelaide, all out. Adelaide still getting some medical checks before you beat the final race, because I'm sure that crash will have its own injuries. Yeah, with the chaos and the carnage of Canada complete, well, nothing else to say other than I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next round when F1 Classic returns. Have a good day, and goodbye.